Now, over the past several years, I've purchased a lot of shares of ticker symbol Realty Income, sometimes a few shares a day, sometimes 100 shares a day. But as you can see right here in just one of my portfolios, Realty Income has been on my buy list for several years now. Now, over the 7 or so years of purchasing Realty Income, consistently sometimes expensive, sometimes cheaper, I'm now to the point to where I own over 2,800 shares of ticker symbol across all my portfolios, which pays me a boatload of dividend income every single month. Now in this video, I want to touch base with you guys, especially for those of you that are a fan of Realty Income, and share with you why I personally invested around $150,000 into ticker symbol as a long-term investment. I'm also going to share with you exactly how much I earn as of right now on a monthly basis from dividends, which has been growing extensively over the last month or so stick around to see exactly how much it is. Now, I promise you, if you're a fan of Realty Income or ever thought about buying into it, you're going to want to stick around until the end, so drop a like down below, subscribe, and let's get right into it. If you are a dividend investor who wants to level up your portfolio, you need to be tracking your dividend income consistently. And that's why I created the perfect dividend tracker that I've used to scale my dividend income up to all-time highs over the last year. Now, along with this dividend tracker, you're also going to receive my A to Z dividend investing ebook, which shows you how I personally started from $0 several years ago to now where I earn over $7,500 per month in dividends. So if you want this tracker and the ebook, go to the first link down below in my description and grab it today. Now, the main reason I wanted to make this video and sort of do another update on ticker symbol Realty Income is because just as of recently, I did purchase a lot more shares of Realty Income. I think altogether maybe 110, 120 more shares, which isn't insane necessarily, but because I've already had around 2,700 shares for a while, my total Realty Income shares are now above 2,800 shares, which is kind of crazy. Now, with my average cost around $53, $54 per share, I currently have around $150K invested into this single REIT, which is the second largest position in my overall portfolio, right behind my 1,001 shares of Apple stock. Now, for those of you guys that just really want to know exactly how much I earn in dividends per month and aren't necessarily super intrigued with my analysis of Realty Income or anything else, this is the number right here. This is how much more or less I get paid from ticker symbol on a monthly basis with the amount of shares I have as of right now, $743 every single month, which is incredible considering this is more or less real estate income that I don't have to answer any phone calls to, check in with any property management. I don't have to do absolutely anything. Now, I only mention that because I also do own physical real estate and rental properties, and let me tell you guys from my experience, owning a few rental properties, making a few $100s, maybe if you're lucky, per rental property per month, it is an absolute hassle. Compared to investing into Realty Income, in my opinion, again at least, this is one of the easiest ways to have high quality real estate exposure and still earn around 6% on your money, which is growing more or less per year. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I know there's real estate investors out there that own rentals that do amazing, but in my opinion, Realty Income has definitely been a better investment for me. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Realty Income is a REIT that invests in around 15,450 different properties in all 50 states, some of the UK, and 6 countries in Europe. They're of course known as the monthly dividend company. They pay dividends every single month and have declared 655 consecutive monthly dividends, and they're a member of the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrat Index. Now, what's crazy about Realty Income now increasing their dividends for 30 or so years. I started buying Realty Income shares around 7 or so years ago. So if we were to look back at even when I started buying Realty Income, I was getting paid significantly lower per share per month, which has been over the last 7 or so years. So imagine if you bought into Realty Income 20 years ago, how much more dividend income you're going to be earning off of the same shares you own, at least theoretically. Now, to give you the short reason on why I'm still bullish on Realty Income where it's trading as of right now, it's yielding around 6%, which again, even if Realty Income trades sideways for a year or even 2 and pays me a growing 6% more or less yield on my money, I'm not necessarily thrilled with that, but I don't necessarily mind earning 6% of my money. I mean, that's more than you're going to earn in fixed income right now. But along with that, Realty Income does have some upside potential. And according to the analysts on Stock Analysis, Realty Income over the next year or 2 is most likely going to be trading sideways or upwards to $61 to $71 per share on the high end, which would be a 32% increase. Now, again, for most of us that have been buying and holding Realty Income stock, we're not necessarily looking at how much this stock is going to grow today or tomorrow. A lot of us are buying into this one to have high quality real estate exposure and to get paid dividends monthly, maybe reinvest those dividends into more shares of Realty Income or other stocks or ETFs. But again, this isn't necessarily a position that we're dire to have grow today or tomorrow. Now, with that being said, because interest rates are going to come down in the next year or so, in my opinion, I do think that real estate and REITs specifically are going to see a massive uptick. But again, I'm making myself very clear, if Realty Income trades absolutely sideways and pays me a growing 6% yield, for my personal investment goals in my portfolio, I'm not necessarily going to cry about it, although of course I would love to see my portfolio grow. That would sort of be just a bonus on top. Now, another thing to share with you guys, especially for those Realty Income haters out there, which are definitely out there. I mean, whenever I talk about Realty Income, it seems like half of the audience loves Realty Income, half it thinks it's an absolutely horrible stock. But this makes some of the Realty Income haters pretty uncomfortable. Over the last 29.54 years, a $10,000 investment, with dividends being reinvested along the way into Realty Income versus SPY, what do you think outperformed what? Now, over the last 30 or so years, Realty Income on average has returned around 12.26%, where SPY's return around 10.22%. Now, I get it, over the last several years, the SPY has outperformed Realty Income by a massive margin, but the numbers are still the numbers, and Realty Income has outperformed the SPY over the long term. Now, it's hard to argue that Realty Income is a good performing stock, considering over the last 10 years, the stock is up 4.65% as far as price return goes. And this is during the same period where so many different stocks and ETFs are up double or triple digits, so I totally understand that. But to be honest, you can't really compare Realty Income stock, a REIT, to some of the high growth names, which is why in the context of Realty Income, a REIT that's been paying dividends consistently and growing them consistently too, it's honestly not done all that bad in my opinion. So that's some of my thoughts about ticker symbol Realty Income as of right now, and some of the reason why I grabbed over 100 more shares just as of recently, loading up more shares of Realty Income, dollar cost averaging down with some more shares of ticker symbol while it's still cheap, relatively speaking, because I do think whether it's 1 year from now, 2 years from now, I think Realty Income will be trading with a 6 or a 7 or an 8 in front of the share price. But regardless, if Realty Income takes a year, maybe 2 years, whatever the case might be, I'm very happy to earn my around 6% per year income, reinvest that monthly income into different dividend paying stocks and ETFs, just like I've been doing every single month for a while now. So now that we talked about Realty Income, I shared with you guys how many shares I currently have across all my portfolios, how much I earn in dividends every single month as of right now, and some more of my thoughts on ticker symbol for the future. I lastly, most importantly, want to hear from you down below. Are you currently bullish or bearish on Realty Income? No harsh feelings if you don't like it, but let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.